Hey there, and welcome to Have Fun, Be Nice, Do Good Work. I'm Katie, and today I'm taking you along on a 10-day work trip to see how much yarny fun we can get up to. Okay, it's Sunday. Wait, is it? It's Sunday. It's Sunday at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'm tucked into my very beige hotel room, and I am just going to show you my sweater I've been working on. Baby's first cables. Look how cute. Look at it. So, let's be real. Am I going to finish the sweater tonight? Probably not. But I am going to finish the cables. I only have 3 rounds left, and then I'm done with the cable portion, and then I move to the decreases. I'm so excited. Like, really. Let's see if I can show you the whole thing. I mean, that's just exciting. It looks like it's supposed to look. Eek. Okay, it's the first full day of being here on my work trip, and I'm just getting ready to go for the day. And all I want to do is stay in my hotel room and knit this sweater because I am so close to being done with it. But I have to be grown up first, and then I will get to actually do the thing. I get to knit tonight. Katie, you get to do your job first. We had a full day at work and then went out to dinner with some new work colleagues at Peel Pizza, which was amazing. That's hot honey glistening on that pizza, just so you know, not grease. We also found a super cute bakery called Sweet Katie B's, and I had to go in because everybody called me Katie B growing up. We shared a delicious cinnamon bun and headed back to the hotel. I'm so close to finishing this sweater. Look at it. It's beautiful. Look at the owls. I love them. They're so cute. I'm so close to being done. I just have to graft one more little sleeve together and then weave in a few ends and block it. I love it. I love it so much. The sleeves are just like a centimeter short, but I think once I block it, they'll probably be long enough. And if they stay exactly this length, I don't mind. I don't like sleeves to be too long because I get them messy. So cute. I love it, 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 I love it. Dreary, dreary morning. Today we had afternoon meetings, so my new buddies and I rented a car to go over to St. Louis and visit the zoo before work. We had brunch at one of my favorite restaurants of all time, Rooster, and then visited the animals, or at least the ones that were able to brave the cold.
Right. Oh.
I wanted to see the carousel, but it was closed because of the weather, so I took some stealth pictures. I had been trying to scheme a way to get to a yarn store while in the St. Louis area, but the timing just wasn't working out. Well, turns out I wasn't needed for the first hour of our work meetings, and there was a yarn store just a couple miles away, so I snuck in a trip. I'm in the car, and I made it happen. Look where I am. Bead Place! It's a yarn store! That's so cute. Okay, I'm about to have to go into work, but I just wanted to show you what I got at the yarn store before I do. Also, you can see just how gray it is out there. It's crazy. So, the Bead Place, it's actually a bead store that is also a yarn store. But they have this like in-house yarn. They didn't have any mini skeins of local stuff, so I got this one. And it is 100% wool. Look how pretty it is. They don't make it or dye it in-house. They order it special for the store. So this was as local as I could get, and I love it. I think it's a really fun set of colors. And of course, I'll only use a teeny bit of it for my blanket, but then the rest I think would go into a scrap project really well, especially knowing some of the other things that I have. And then I also got, I'm gonna have to turn you around here maybe to see this, maybe not. I got these little beads. Yeah, look at that. I got 2 of them, and I'm hopeful that they can be the eyes on my owl sweater that I'm just wrapping up. Okay, let's see if I have the dexterity to do this. Yeah, they're just the perfect color. They're just little painted beads. I thought, I'm at a bead store, let me see what they have. So that's what I got. Okay, going to work now. After work, we went out for some barbecue, and it was incredible. It's full day 3 of my work trip, and it is a very dreary, snowy day. And our work got canceled, so we're all just hanging out. So I slept so late this morning because last night this light, just turned on in the middle of the night. And then I got up and I turned it off, and then a few hours later, it turned on again. Like it woke me up turning on, and then it turned it back off. So that was spoopy. And I have spent all morning just doing leisurely, what's the right word? Like I spent a lot of the morning, what did I do? What have I done today? What have I done with my life? Oh, I edited a YouTube video and got it posted. We'll go live later this week. And let's see, I think this was last night. I finished up a square. And I started a sweater for my husband. Whoa, tangled up. There it is. This is the wood stove pullover. So that's good. But now I need to do some actual work. Like I said, the weather was bad today, so all of our work engagements were canceled, but I still have work I need to get done. So I'm making this video, which is up to me whether or not I actually show it to anybody, but I'm making this video to try to hold myself accountable for the next 2 hours. This room, which I'm not going to show you, is a disaster area. It's the kind of thing where I packed for a flight, and now I need to zhuzh all of the packing around so that I can function on a bus for the next week. So I got to do that, and that'll take me, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour to do that. I need to practice. I have some memorization I need to get done, and I need to go check my email and send out a couple things for that. So as fun as it is to just knit all day, I am going to take a break from this and do some work. So in an hour, I'm going to show you some, at the very least, a clean hotel room or an organized packing system. Stay tuned. Well, this is going much faster than I thought it was going to. I've got everything sort of organized. These are my clothing packs, my clothes for tomorrow, and then all of my crafties. And these guys, just in case you're curious, these are my migraine control measures if I end up with a migraine. All right, I've got my projects organized. So this is the sweater I'm making for my husband. This will live in my book bag so that I can work on it when we're sort of in between things. This is my tour blanket. This will live in my suitcase so that I can work on it in the hotel when I'm in for the night. This is my Mac blanket, sleigh, which will live on the bus, actually. It's just gonna live on the bus so that I can work on it whenever I'm on the bus. And then this is all of the extra yarn that will go to my husband's sweater. That will also live on the bus. And as I run out of yarn for that, I'll just grab another ball or two from the bus stash. That way I don't have to worry about bringing it in and out of different hotels and things. I can just get it when I need it. Okay, so while I'm doing all my packing up stuff, I thought I would show you what's in my bag. This is what I affectionately call my bedside table bag. It finally occurred to me after several years of going on the road that putting things in smaller containers based on where they would end up in my hotel room was a really good idea. So inside this bag I have things that are unrelated to knitting, like my antacids, which I take before bed, my sleep mask, which has Bluetooth speakers in it in case it's noisy, and a whole bunch of earplugs. Everything else in there is yarny stuff. So what I have is my tour blanket as it is so far. I have my newest ball of yarn, which I'm about to turn into another square. I have a tiny little Notions tin bin plastic thingy. This actually used to hold toothpicks, but it's the perfect size. So it's got stitch markers and a tapestry needle and some blocking pins. I have my unicorn scissors, the little cover, obviously a crochet hook, and the tiniest little blocking mat ever. This is the size I aim for my squares to be, and they mostly have come out to be this size, but you can easily see I just made, here's where I center it, and then the square as it should line up, so it takes up very little space. This is an old piece of gym floor matting that I have. I bought like a set that is interlocking, and we only use a few of them, so I took one and made it into a little baby blocking mat to take with me on the road. So that's what I have. So I am going to, next step with this, I forgot one very vital thing. That is my magic wand. This is magic wand because I'm a pretty princess. And what I use this for is when I get a mini skein that is in hank form, and I need to wind it into a ball. I use this to wind it into a ball. This one I won't need to do that because it's already in a form that I can crochet from, but hopefully I'll get some mini skeins, mini hanks by the end of this trip, and I can show you my little magic wand in action. This is from my birthday several years ago, I think 2019. I was on the road for my birthday. My friends got me like a whole tiara necklace magic wand set, and I loved it so much, but it's like, what do I do with this? And I refuse to throw it away. And now it has a purpose, and it gets to go on the road with me all the time, so I love it. Okay, I just want to show you my progress so far because the color is so pretty. It's just fading so subtly, like you can't really tell where the change is. And it's taking all of my willpower to not just pull the yarn out of the center of this ball to see when it will get to the next color. I'm really hopeful that we get to the pink before the end because I love pink. But even if we don't in this square, we will in the next project. Today was a travel day, so we spent about 7 hours on the bus going from Illinois down to Tennessee. The sweet lady that worked at the Popeyes gave me a free biscuit, and I managed to whip up 4 complete willow squares for my Mac blanket, so I'd call it a win of a day. Okay, I have added in my newest square. Here she is, look how pretty. What's interesting is it's a little bit bigger than the others, although this one, this one, this one, and this one all ended up a little bit bigger. And the ones in the middle, those are all the same size. It's really interesting. That's just in the order that I bought them, starting here and going like this. So I just think it's fascinating that it's ended up very symmetrical on where the chunky ones are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm sitting on all my knitting projects. Good morning. It is Friday. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day! And I am just waiting for my sister to come. We are about to have a fabulous day today. We are going to Chattanooga yarn store. And then we're gonna go have lunch at a very nice looking vegan restaurant. My sister's vegan, so I'm excited to take her to a good restaurant. And then we're gonna go see a carousel, a historic carousel at that. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be a good day. And then I have work tonight, so this afternoon and this evening. But I thought I'd show you before we go my progress in some better lighting. Here's my tour blanket. Let me orient it better. Here we go. So this is the new square that I added. You can see it's kind of chunky. It's a little bit bigger than the others, but I'm not terribly concerned about it. I love it. I love how it's so patchworky. What's the word? I toyed with the idea of doing a border in between, but then I decided this blanket is already going to end up huge because I plan on making it for years and years and years. I don't need to add any extra bulk. And I think it's kind of part of the fun and part of the chaos is just these colors all touching. I love it. So just as a reminder, it starts here and goes in a spiral. So whatever yarn I get from Chattanooga Yarn Co. will go here. And then the next one will go here. So that's my tour blanket. And then I made some progress on my husband's sweater. This is the wood stove cardigan, and I messed up right in there. Right, do you see? Do you see where I messed up? And I was gonna tink back a few rows, and my husband was like, no, you gotta keep going. I need that sweater. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna tink back. He doesn't care that there are 2 rows where the ribbing is offset by 1, and then it goes back. It's the back of the sweater. You know what? If he doesn't mind, I don't mind. And that's one of my favorite things about him is, and maybe our marriage too, man, Valentine's Day chat, is that these little things, these little mess ups, they're not mess ups, they're just part of life, and they're part of the effort that goes into making something, and it's okay. So I'm going to leave it. I'm absolutely going to film every second of the carousel and show you the yarn store. So let's go. Coolidge Carousel is an 1894 antique carousel fully restored by the studio Horsin' Around in Chattanooga. My sister and I rode it twice, and then I got one more ride in and managed to finish a row of my hubby's sweater while riding. If you're ever in Chattanooga, you should definitely check out Cashew, which is an incredible vegan restaurant. Even if you're not vegan, the food is still up to your standards, I promise. I had the nachos, and we all shared a little sweet treat at the end. Then my sweet sister and I went down to the water, and she was kind enough to take a golden hour picture of my newest knit. Saturday started with a trip to Chattanooga Yarn Co., which was conveniently located in the mall directly next door to our hotel. It was another gray and cold day. Good morning! It is Saturday. It's probably Saturday. It's Saturday the 15th. I just got a little local yarn store visit in, which is really exciting. I was going to go yesterday, but we ran out of time, and I wanted to make sure that I hung out with my sister a lot while she was in town. So we had a great day yesterday. This is my second yarn store that did not have any mini skeins for me to get. So I was forced to buy a full skein. I mean, I couldn't possibly choose anything else. I am committed to getting local dyers or fiber or something local if I can. This store didn't actually have any mini skeins except a whole set of mini skeins, which obviously defeats the purpose of getting the mini skein. So let me show you what I got. I got this sock set. This is from their local dyer called Stella Luna. It's one of 2 local dyers that they stock at Charleston. I'm going to say every CH city in the country. Chattanooga, where I have been for 2 days. Chattanooga Yarn Company. Yeah, this is Stella Luna. I love the colors so much. I'll use the mini one for my tour blanket. And this color, are you ready? This color is from their Spooky Season Book Club sock sets. And it is called Gran is a Vampire. It's such a cute name. I love it. So that's what I got. I also got, dig around in my little bag. I got a stitch marker. I wanted to get one that said the name of the yarn company, but I couldn't find one. Hey, look at me. Look at this. Look how cute. It's the state of Tennessee, for those of you who don't know. That's what Tennessee looks like. And I picked up another pair of scissors, which has been on my list. They're cute, right? Some nice detail. So I have about 2 hours before I need to leave for work. So I think I'm going to take that time to at least wind up this mini skein so you can see my princess wand in action. Okay, I'm going to wind my skein. So I've got my mini skein here, my princess wand, and my scissors. Now they did offer to wind this in the shop for me, but I find that the mini skeins, they don't stay put that well after they're wound on a real winder. And I just kind of enjoy this process, especially on a mini skein because it doesn't take too long. there she is, my little cute yarn ball with a center pull. I'm gonna leave it actually on the princess wand until I'm ready to use it because I just watched a YouTube video that told me that was a good idea. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna link that video below because it was a great video and a great channel that I can't think of the name of right now, but it'll be down below. We had a drive to Tullahoma, Tennessee for work that evening, and I loved looking out the window because it looks so similar to Georgia, where I'm from. Sunday was mostly a work day, but that evening I had dinner with my beautiful friend Amanda. Did I take a picture with my friend that I only see every 18 months or so? No, but I did take a picture of my ziti and my ice cream. Monday started with a trip to Loopville, which was a gorgeous yarn store in Knoxville. I always love that they have these tiny baby sweaters made up as samples. They're so cute! Right. Another day, another city, another yarn store. Today we went to Loopville. So cute. Look at this cute little... It was really nice. It was a great store. The lady who was working there was so lovely and chatted with me and invited me back for the Tennessee Yarn Tour in August, which honestly sounds like a great road trip. I succeeded in getting another mini skein. This is a local dyer called Medusa Yarn and Fiber, local here to Knoxville. And this colorway is called Gorgon Blood, and it was made for their Tennessee Yarn Tour last year. Isn't it awesome? I love it. Ugh. I actually saw it online and I thought it was sold out, but they had quite a few left. So I'm very excited about this. Hopefully it's a good size for the blanket. It looks like it's sock yarn, like fingering weight. We'll see. The trick with this blanket is to not be too precious about it. You know, you just go with it. You go with your gut, you see what happens. I also picked up some soak wash. It makes me feel nice, like to get some of the things that I already need at these local yarn stores, so I'm not just buying the $8 skein of yarn. Plus they had these that you could smell, and this one smells so good. It's called Celebration, so I got this. And of course, I had to get a souvenir stitch marker. This is their logo, this little bird. And so this is their sort of the equivalent of their logo. It is their logo. It's not the equivalent, it just is. This is their logo. This is their little logo. So I got that. Now I have about 45 minutes before the bus leaves. So I think I might, oh, I have it right here. I think I might work a little bit on my square that I was working on from my last yarn store. This one I started it last night, but I was so sleepy I couldn't finish it. So I might work on this for 15 or 20 minutes and then hit the road for some more bus crochet time. This was a very froggy travel day, unfortunately. It's good to know that despite having made about 25 of these squares, I can still go totally off course. We had a delicious dinner at a Mexican place in Greenville, Tennessee, and could see the mountains from the restaurant. Today has been a very froggy day. I worked on this little guy and then immediately had to frog it because I realized I missed an entire round. And then on the bus, I was making my little willow square I had to frog half of that too. I'm home from work. I'm so sleepy, but I feel called to finish this guy. So I'm gonna finish this before I go to bed, and then I'm gonna sleep, and it's gonna be amazing. You can probably tell by the light, but I did not finish this before I fell asleep last night. But I finally finished it. So I'm gonna block it and then go to work. After leaving my square on the blocking mat, we drove to Johnson City, and I checked out Yarntiques on our dinner break. It's in an old house, and they've used the space to make it the quaintest, most inviting store. Today ended up being another snow day, so we stayed put in Knoxville. I took a short stroll to lunch and admired the snow. All right, it's our last day here. We are still in Knoxville, Tennessee. It snowed last night, and so work is canceled for today, so we just have a day at the hotel before we head home tomorrow. I wanted to show you what I got yesterday. Yesterday, during our dinner break, I found a yarn store that was like a mile and a half from our site where we were working. So I picked up, I went over there during my dinner break and got some yarn. This is Licensed to Dye. It doesn't have a name. It just has maybe this number up here, 435000001. I don't know if that's actually the number that is the colorway, but I love it. It's just very different than anything else that I have for my blanket so far. They did not have any mini skeins, so I ended up with this guy. But I love it. I'm excited about it. And what else did I get? I got a tape measure I'm very excited about. It's because it's a little sheep. Look how cute it is. Look how cute. And the tail is the tape measure. I had wanted another tape measure because I have so many different projects going on at the same time. I just like to have multiples of tape measures and scissors. So I got this one. It's very cute. And I got a little stitch marker. This store was called Yarntiques. It's probably still called Yarntiques because that was just yesterday. They haven't changed their name. It was really cute. It was like in a little house, and they had a table where people were doing work, and she stays open a couple nights a week later, like till 7:30, so people can come by after work and do some knitting and crochet together, and she can do lessons with people, and it was really nice. They were very lovely and welcoming. So what am I going to do with my day? I'm going to do some computer work for my job and see if I can get all of that stuff taken care of, since tomorrow will be a travel day. And then I will wind up this guy, which is the one, this is the one that I got in Knoxville. This one, oh, I didn't say, this one's from Johnson City. Yarntiques is in Johnson City, so this is a different city. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from, 2 hours maybe, from Knoxville. So I'm going to wind up this one and maybe stitch on. I have finished my square from Chattanooga. Was it from, yeah, Chattanooga. So I'm going to add that one to my blanket today, but not until I do work first. So I'll do work for the work day, and then maybe this evening do some crafty time. Thursday was our final day and travel day. We drove to Nashville, and all of us who were flying home got there at the same time, but my flight wasn't for several hours. So I checked my bags and then headed to, you guessed it, a local yarn store. House of Yarn is one of my favorite stores I have ever been to. It was open and airy, I loved so many yarns they had, and the inspo samples were totally my jam. It was just my vibe all around. I got a mini skein of a local dyer's yarn dyed for the store and some needle toppers that the owner of the store makes. I headed home, my wonderful husband picked me up from the airport, and then we were greeted by these sweet faces.
Oh, this is a terrible video.
Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to update you with all of my projects on my next podcast episode. Subscribe so you don't miss it.